Alright, just go make sure that I could be heard and sound on my computer could be heard. And we're going to start this just a few minutes. Make sure that I can be heard over this music. This will be the music. This. Yeah, let's see. Alright. Alrighty. Pretty soon. Alright, viewers, Sims Dreamer again. Yep, we're going to continue playing as Chandra in Dark Souls in just a second. Yeah, hopefully this is going to stream alright. So far I've dropped 490 frames. We're just looking at this image, of course, that I compiled. Trying to do this at 4,000 kilobytes per second because possibly that's going to be in HD whenever we view it. But yeah. Yeah, of course, there in the center is... I'll get these headphones off. There in the center is how I've got my character looking. Took a lot of work to get her outfit and everything modded to look like that. In last video, I had that glowing part there on her chest. That I had a little more orange than that, and I liked how that looked, but it doesn't quite look the way it's supposed to, and yeah, I just like that it glows, so we're not gonna make it be dimmer than that. And I didn't even realize until I reloaded Dark Souls that I had the part that I'm pretending is the skirt part, that it was all shiny and everything. So yeah, I can talk about it while we're looking at this image. Since I did this, I did make the gloves and and the leggings be a little bit brighter and a little bit more red, and did that even more so to the gloves. And as you can see from these two drawings of Chandra that she has fire type embroidery at the bottom of the skirt, and so or whatever you would call that. It's not the same picture, but I used a drawing of fire and put it there at the bottom, and so yeah, anyway, that's her. And I also tried to mod the hair a little bit, by using, of course, texture dumping with DXFix. What I wanted to do was give her either blonde or sort of orangey blonde type of highlights. But just whatever, it makes her hair be a little more highlighted and stuff. Also saw in there that there's an alpha channel or something for hair that actually makes the hair around the edges be a little yeah. I really don't want to make this be less kilobytes per second, but I guess I'm gonna have to put it at 3,000. Of course, I'm doing semi early. I wanted to do this even earlier, but I just kept fine tuning how she looked and everything, and also figuring out how I wanted the screenshot to look. That picture over on the left, you can really see what her outfit looks like really good. Funny enough, just vaguely or whatever, or something about it that the way they made her face look, it kind of looks like somebody that I know in real life. and I guess that Chandra just forgot to put on makeup whenever she went into battle in that screenshot. But I've got that mod that's on Nexus that gives females makeup that you can actually see and that looks good and everything. And so as I've said before, I'm a heterosexual guy. Obviously I'm a guy right from my voice. The thing I do not understand about most players, like let's take guys that play video games. I know that women also can play video games, but most of the time whenever guys play video games, even if there is an option to play as a male or female, that they always choose the male character. Yes, I don't care if Die Noob is freaking streaming whatever. Yeah. Because I'm streaming, damn it. So yeah, I mean, what the fuck, right? I want just whatever. I want to look at the female form. I don't have to have my character be nude or anything like that. Like, she is totally covered in this. But it's just like, I mean, you'll see from my saves, like all these ones that I have, and since I can't figure out how to get Dark Souls to load if I'm offline with Steam, then I'm having to play it online, which means that I could be invaded. But that's fine because with the mods that I've made, my character's freaking powerful as hell. So, So anyway, where was I going with that? I was saying that so far of the 5 or 6 or whatever characters that I have on there, it has a limit of 10. I'll have to figure out how to actually save those characters, or I may have to just delete some of them, just whatever. But yeah, they're all females. The only time that I play as a male character is if I'm cosplaying, which normally that's going to be the Grim Reaper, since you can make your character look like Grim Reaper and use great scythe in this game. And sometimes I play as a knight, that has on a helmet. You can't see the dude's face, so just whatever. But whenever I play as female characters, I want to see her face. And so yeah, we either go with no helmet on at all, or like wear that cool hat, this Ferris's hat. And actually now I've got it in the game where she has the crown of dust, which I just cheated to bring that in. So that the magic is closer to being as powerful as the ammo is. But yeah, once again, I'm using what I've modded. I don't know if I'm even going to put this on Nexus, because then other people can use it. I mean, if somebody actually came onto my, that's the thing, is if somebody would actually come onto my video and like comment and say, wow, that looks really cool and I'd like to use that, then possibly I would put it on Nexus. But and I still haven't done this, but note to myself, I still need to get this on my, I need to get it onto my external hard drive in case my computer fucking crashes again. But yeah, but I've told it that I don't want my computer to ever fucking update, because I'm running Windows 7, and there after I was done streaming that Scorched Contract mod, which that mod did, I mean, it was pretty heavy or whatever on my processor, it seemed like, because it did a lot of changes to Dark Souls. But I mean, that mod is awesome, and I'm almost positive that's not what caused it anyway. Is that Microsoft sent me a fucking update that crashed my computer, and I tried everything and to get it to work, and besides hiring a professional. And anyhow, I just had to start from scratch, and it's just actually better this way, I think. It got anything that was software related that was corrupted off my computer. And it seems that not as often, anyway, that the fan of my computer will be loud. So, yeah, I got lots of room still to put stuff on here. Just a second while I clear my throat yet again. Yeah, so we're going to be hearing, some of this music that we've heard already, but I'm really enjoying these, these long mixes, and it's like, cyberpunk type of synth or else dark synth or whatever. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool music. So anyway, that's what we'll be hearing, and I'm going into a long ass monologue like I usually do, but I mean, right. I mean, what I was saying before is just, there's the thing is that, I'm proud of myself, but actually, like how much that I've modded, like what Chandra looks like, and I may go ahead and release like this outfit onto Nexus, yeah, I mean, for me, that as I've said this in our videos, but the whole reason I even bought Dark Souls is because I was watching a walkthrough. There's nothing wrong with watching walkthroughs, all right? For all you people that think that are like anti-noob or whatever, or think you've gotten good and shit already. So, I was watching that just to see if I even wanted to buy Dark Souls. And that person was playing as Pyromancer, and I was like, wow, that's freaking awesome. Actually being able to throw, fire and all that. Because I had already played Magic the Gathering, and, one of my favorite characters, which now is my favorite character in that game, is Chandra. Magic the Gathering is a card type of game where you just to say briefly, you build your own deck. There's thousands of different cards that you can use, and it's as if you're a wizard and you cast all these creatures and people and spells and whatever to put into play to try to beat your opponent. I haven't played the game in a long time, but I do think it's an awesome game, and it's expensive, of course, but to buy the cards. But yeah, of course, Chandra is in the red cards and everything, and she's a planeswalker, which that type of card kind of counts as being a miniature little wizard that is helping you, because your opponents, like, that your enemies, that they can, your opponent can say that they're attacking the planeswalker instead of you, Yeah, so, and they have loyalty and everything. It's like they don't actually die. It's just that if they get hit enough, they're just like, fuck you, I'm just going to planeswalk out of here or something. Yeah. And of course they've got the whole like stereotypical thing about redheads that that she's a fiery redhead and she's like angry part of the time and whatever, and I guess maybe she uses her anger to set her freaking hair on fire, and then which doesn't burn it up, and and throw pyromancies and lightning and whatever at people, at enemies, whatever, monsters and things. Of course, all this is fantasy, but that's the thing about us humans. We as a people, that we have imagination. We are the smartest animal on this planet. I mean, dolphins and chimpanzees, they're pretty freaking smart for animals. But of course, even a very not very intelligent human is going to be smarter than chimpanzees or dolphins, at least I would think. And so, anyhow, yeah. So of course, anything like this, or being able to fly, or having super strength, or all that kind of stuff, that's all fantasy, of course. But that's what makes it fun, to pretend. I'm just a big kid at heart. I'm an adult. I remember 80s music. Like, I was alive when that was the music. Didn't get to hear very much of it though until I was an adult, actually. But anyhow, so yeah, all these new music, like what I've got on my computer right now, that sounds like it could be instrumental music from the 80s. It's pretty cool, I think. And I'm just jumping all over between topics, right? I guess just kind of my rant, as it were, partly. I'll see if anybody's chatting with me. I've got, I could have this up here right now, but I enjoy playing Dark Souls full screen, and I don't have 2 monitors, so it just ends up covering up most of the screen, other than I'm able to see the very bottom of OBS as to whether I'm in the green or the red or the yellow or where I've dropped frames and not how much time I've been gone. So, but yeah, I'll just freaking say right here towards the beginning of the video, I don't know this for sure. Miyazaki, that made Dark Souls. I think that he's awesome. Him and the rest of the all the programmers that made Dark Souls, but this game is a freaking masterpiece. So props to him big time. And it would be freaking cool if he would ever do a damn live stream or video or whatever that's more than just a minute long, that of him playing this game. It'd be pretty funny, I would think, if nothing else. But anyway, but it makes it awesome. Like, I've seen things, heard things about, like, his childhood and whatever, and that that basically he was trying to, he's Asian. I don't know. I would think Japanese, but I don't know that for sure. But anyway, that he was trying to read, medieval type of fantasy novels and stuff that were in English, and he didn't totally understand it, so he would just freaking make up whatever in his mind, and it's like that's what Dark Souls is, just a conglomeration of, like, all different types of monsters and all different types of places that you go, and all these hints towards the lore and everything. But all of that doesn't really matter, though. And the story itself doesn't matter. It's just you go through here and you fight these enemies and bosses and get to the final boss, and then it's freaking Groundhog Day, and you just do it again in New Game Plus. Yeah. And it's, what I'm getting at is, I still have not, like, looked up to see if Miyazaki is married or anything to a woman. But it just kind of seems weird compared to, like, MMORPGs that are from Asia. I got into playing those because the gameplay is pretty cool, for one thing, and you can make your female character, like, look sexy because of the clothes and everything. And and by default already that it's going to put makeup on them, and you got more customization to their face and everything else, and so it would be really, really, really nice if in Dark Souls we could do that without using mods and stuff. One thing that I really wish, I've done my best that I can by modding this outfit, but I know that now it is possible to, like actually bring in, a model render of a character from some video game or whatever into Dark Souls. They did that with that near, or however the hell you say that, near Automania or whatever the fuck. I've done a video of that. That was really cool, I thought, but it's just like, for me, like I was saying, that the first time I played Dark Souls that I cosplayed as Chandra, and with the red hair and everything. And so now whenever I play Dark Souls, it's just, if I just totally want my character to only be a pyromancer, especially that I just can't, it just feels weird to just it be some random character. I want it to be Chandra that I'm playing as. So so it would be really cool if somebody somebody that did this very well. I mean, there's a bunch of different pictures of from different artists of like what Chandra looks like. I need to make sure that they make her pretty in the face for one thing, but it would be cool if we actually had a character model that we could bring in that would make your character actually look like Chandra Naylor, like exactly the way that she looks in one of these pictures or one of the other ones. So shit, But yeah, just as I was getting at, I just don't really know. Like Dark Souls sort of, especially the whole thing of going hollow, which I wish that wasn't even part of the game at all, but especially because of that it's like those creators didn't feel that the female character needs to be like sexy, like at least very much, but yet they kind of did it to the male characters because they're more muscular and stuff, and like that's part of why I never play as just a male character unless I've got him covered up with where he looks like Grim Reaper or he looks like a knight, and I'm gonna freaking use Technojacker so that I can always fast roll, because I don't want to see the dude run around with no clothes on so that I can fast roll. They made the loincloth for the man to be skimpier than it is for the female. I mean, what the hell? So yeah. My thinking is possibly that Miyazaki is gay. I've said that before. I don't know that, so just whatever. But those MMORPGs, that have females that are sexy and the dudes looking sexy and whatever, that those are played a lot by people. Terra is one of them, and that Blade and Soul that I don't have on my computer anymore. And what else? Black Desert. By the way, I tried to play Black Desert. I was able to get that on my Xbox One, but shit, just the beginning of that was just annoying, and so I was like, oh well, screw this. I don't want all this space taken up on my Xbox's hard drive, so whatever. Yeah. So anyway, Miyazaki he wouldn't be able to understand what I just said, maybe. Anyway. But, I mean, definitely he is an excellent director. You know, and the thing is, I don't have anything against gay people. You know. I'm basically just saying that only because, you know, homosexuals are in the minority. So, if you're trying to, you know, if you're trying to promote your game to like the vast majority of gamers, which are going to be heterosexual people, then it's like put a little bit more stuff in your game that will make your character that you're playing as look good, whether it's a male or it's a female character that you're using. That's what I think. So, you know. And you might say, well, why would that matter? Or, you know, what the fuck? Well, let me put it this way then. Would you like it if your character in Dark Souls was just a big block with little, you know, stick figure type of arms on the side? You know? That would suck, of course. And it's almost just as bad what speedrunners always do. They always have their character be hollow and be naked, and so that just looks hideous. You know, I always play it to where my character is human. You know, it doesn't matter whenever they have on a suit of armor, but for the females, though, like the little amount of skin that I'm able to see, I want that to not fucking look like a zombie. You know, so. Yeah, I'm just all over the place on what I'm talking about, and I've dropped 720 fucking frames, and I don't care if this dude is live streaming. Yep. Freaking, because I am, you know? Soon I will get into actually having gameplay, but anyway. Yeah. And of course, yeah, you know, I've got Chandra being my icon and being my little watermark thing on my videos. You know, I just think this character is really cool, and you know, I like red hair on women also. So, but I don't care what color hair a woman has as long as she's good to me and if she's wanting to be with me. So that doesn't matter. But just in my fantasy ideal type of situation, I like red hair and light complected women. So anyway, yep. Anyway, I am going to listen to all of that stuff that I just said because that's what I like to do. So we are going to tell it be right back, which isn't totally going to be true. I mean, I'll be back, but I'm just going to tell it to stop streaming so that there isn't a huge, you know, long pause here in the video. So anyway, yeah, I'll be back after, I don't know how long. I may listen to that entire thing I just said. I don't know. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay, I'm back now. We gotta make sure that I can actually be heard. So, because this is what I do. I guess we'll put it on. God damn it. Be right back still. So, yeah, we can hear me. So, alright. Okay, well, I actually played this game now. Get Dark Souls up here. And make it to where we can see that. So, right, you know, all the characters I've made so far, since I've had to do this factory reset thing, they're all females. And then we got that. That's pretty cool, I think. From the Demon Souls HUD mod, which I didn't make it, although I've updated it a little bit. Anyway, we're going to start and we're going to play as Chandra. Yep, she has on that crown of dust, but I have that mod in that just makes that fucking invisible because it looks stupid, I think. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Get this just so we can see the pants a little bit easier. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, get the gear back on. That. Which is a short bow, but I changed the model to where it actually looks like the moonlight moonlight bow. Yeah. What else do we need on here? We need the crystal Avalon. You know, I've got Technojacker's cheat engine going. Yeah, using that for max humanity, infinite spells, infinite durability, always ninja rolling, which also means that you're fast roll no matter what. And that arrows and bolts are just infinite, but that also affects all other items, including Divine Blessing and Estus Flask and upgrade materials and stuff if I was needing to do that. But yeah, I made the shield look a little more the way I wanted it to. Yeah. Right, so yeah, and this can cast that or cast this, and I could throw it all the way over there. Yep, because I modded that. Also made it to where it does replenishment spell whenever you throw the Great Chaos Fireball. We'll just test it on the freaking hardest enemy in the game as far as having the most health. I'm thinking it's this damn thing up here. You know, I've got enemies randomized and shit, so that does that much. This will do enough to kill it the rest of the way. So I did test off screen to see if you know, such as I don't have it on there, so there would be nothing on her back, but well, I need that to be poison arrows. Yeah, you know, this, you know, is sorcery, and at the end of it is a miracle. You know, I wondered if the Crown of Dusk would help that or not, but I tested against that enemy a couple of times, and it doesn't seem like it affects it. So anyway, so I've beaten Ornstein and Smo. I've got the Lord Vessel. I haven't given it to Frapp yet. being able to use the Sunlight Spear, and you have to be in the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. I possibly could mod that to where you don't have to be. But because of that, I can't be a Dark Wraith.
Hey.
Yes.
Please don't lock this back. I'm just going to be out on the porch.
Ah! Anyway. I guess I'll do this whole thing right here. I think we're just not gonna have the microphone on at all. Yeah, we're just only gonna hear this, and I turn the music to game back on. So, whoops.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well and wide awake. Do not treat me like an old withering snake. Hello. I am the chosen. I wish to elude, and the very reason chosen undead, so that you may link. Now, I assume that you. This is the Firelink Chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar. Very well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former Very well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath the Scaleless, All of their souls are required to satiate the Lord Vessel. Are you ready? Then we shall return. Stay still for a moment.
Did you ring the second bell? That is incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you. Damn, that stench. And I was really beginning to like it here. Maybe it's time I do something about it. Maybe it's time I do something about it.
It's like fucking cold out there.
Yes. All right. Well, I thought I had, yeah. Shit. Well, whatever. I didn't talk about anything. Excuse me. She's good. Well, I guess I will mute. Well, it's gonna be a mute video, but that's the crestfallen dude down there. I want him out of the way as a fire link, so.
Listen, I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the sea. The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the hills. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the Night Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
Okay, yeah, my roommate didn't realize that I was live streaming. Now she's cooking. Anyway, at least we got to hear the music good and tried to be funny with my character. Why don't I drop frames? Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I guess that's going to be it. So, yeah, that's the sound of cooking, which I'm sure we can hear. Alright. We're just going to hear this other song here at the end, and then I'll tell it to stop streaming. Alright, so thank you very much for viewing, and goodbye.